She is the namesake of Erin's Law from Illinois. Erin, please come forward, state your name, who you represent for the record, please.
I'm Erin Merryn. I'm coming to you from Chicago, and I'm pretty much representing myself here today. I flew in this morning from Chicago with my infant daughter, who's going to be 7 months old tomorrow. I've been traveling across this country for the past nearly 5 years, testifying on this important piece of legislation. I resigned from my full-time master's level job because I'm that passionate about protecting children. Why am I so passionate about this? Well, because of the ages from 6 to 8 years old, I was sexually abused by the neighbor up the street. Repeatedly told by this man, "This is our little secret. If you tell anyone, I'll come get you. I know where you live." The first time it happened, an overnight. The next time it happened, another overnight. And soon it was happening during the day, eventually going from fondling to raping me as a 6-and-a-half-year-old. I couldn't tell you what I ate for breakfast yesterday, but I can tell you in detail, remembering everything that happened as that little 6-and-a-half-year-old. Did I have the language on how to speak up and tell? No, the only message I got as a child was from my perpetrator. Nobody will believe me. So I stayed silent. Why did the abuse end? Well, we moved. 8-and-a-half years old, I was never going to see this man again. But that wasn't the end of it. Suddenly, at age 11, I'm now waking up to a family member sexually abusing me. From the ages of 11, 12, 13, an older teenage cousin repeatedly sexually abused me at family gatherings, holidays, while I watched his little siblings, while my parents were in the room next door among 30 or 40 other relatives. This cousin of mine repeatedly told me, "Erin, you have no proof that I'm doing this to you. Nobody will believe you. You will destroy our family." So I stayed silent, and I turned to my little pink childhood diary and began keeping these secrets locked away, because no one was educating me on how to speak up and tell. But the one thing I was being learned as a young child was tornado drills, bus drills, fire drills. Every year we were mandated to learn this. I knew how to run out of that burning building, duck and cover from a tornado. Officer Friendly came in every year from pre-K to 6th grade, teaching us stranger danger. Don't go look for the lost puppy. Don't take candy from the stranger. 93% of the time it's not strangers that are hurting our kids. Yet what's the one topic every parent talks to their kids about? Stranger danger. Parents just assume if their child is being abused, they wouldn't keep this a secret. So they fail to have this conversation, which is why it's so important we bring the message into the schools, giving kids a voice. In this little childhood diary after I was abused one time, I wrote these exact words. I sobbed the whole way home. Over and over, I thought about what just happened. In school, a guy called Officer Friendly teaches us about strangers. Never answer the door when my parents are gone. I thought people like Brian jumped out of bushes and attacked you at night. I was never warned about my own family. They don't teach you that in school. And that's why I'm here before you today, because they don't teach us that in school. And that's the one other place where we can give kids this message. Like I said, we can't assume parents are going to sit down and talk to their kids about this. I'm sure you won't show by your hands, but I'm sure those of you that are sitting in this room that have children, and I asked you, have you talked to your kids about stranger danger? Every hand will go up. Have you talked to your kids about personal body safety? If anyone ever touches you in areas covered by your swimsuit, you tell an adult, and you keep telling until it stops. Whenever I say this to parents in a room full of 300, 400 parents, maybe 3 hands go up, and those 3 mothers come up to me afterwards and tell me they were abused and they don't want this to happen to their child. In 6th grade, I was taught DARE. I still have my little DARE card, and what did DARE teach us? The 8 ways to say no to drugs. I can stand here today and tell you I have not so much as put a cigarette in my mouth because I knew the consequences to drugs. What else did they teach us in 6th grade? Sex ed. They taught us about STDs, about birth control. Another thing they taught us about was abstinence. I knew the consequences of having unprotected sex. Being teen mom, that was not something I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted to save myself for marriage. Because of what that taught me, saved myself for marriage, and as you see, now I have a little 7-month-old daughter behind me. as a result because of that. But what did I never get as a child? Nobody ever taught me personal body safety. So I have now made it my mission to make sure every child has a voice. The voice I didn't have as a kid. Kids are not just being abused in my home state where I passed this law 2 years ago. I have gone state to state, now passed in 20 states, pending in 21 more, all to be state capitals, testifying to legislators like yourself, showing them the importance of why we give kids a voice. I can stay angry and bitter towards my perpetrators. I've chosen not to. I've chosen to do something positive with this, forgive these men, and give kids the voice I didn't have. As I tell you today, and as I tell legislators across this world, the only people that should be against this legislation are the predators themselves. Who wouldn't want to protect kids? I hope you will hear my message, see the importance behind it, and help me give the children of Colorado a voice, the voice I didn't have. Let's make this be the 21st state. Thank you.